Hello, welcome to Life Relationship. Today we are looking at it in a different perspective. We want to know, why is it so hard for young people to say no to sexual relationship? Stay tuned, don't go away. We have more coming right here on Life Relationships. So I have young people with me who are going to share their thoughts on what is it that they think it's some of the challenges that are affecting young people and making them to compromise into sexual relationships. We are looking at this from a Christian's perspective. So I'm going to introduce you to the young people so that they can tell you their names and then we can get started.
Hi, my name is Dinah and I'm born again.
Hi, I'm Chemutai and I love the Lord Jesus.
Hi, my name is Dennis and I'm born again. I love the Lord.
So the question is, why is it just so hard for young people, even Christian young people, to say no to sexual relationship? We are going to start with you, Dennis. You are going to share with us. Tell us, what are some of the challenges that come with sexual relationships, and why do people compromise even when they're in church?
First of all, everyone experiences this. Despite the fact that you are a Christian, any youth out there, we are prone to this. We are prone to getting those hormones rising up and feeling the urge to just like engage in any sexual relations. But one thing that is fueling like youth now, if you look at the trend, is actually the fact that people are so compromising so much. People are able to hide in cliques, but you can never know what is going on inside. People are coming out strongly as friends, but inside they're actually having relations, and you may never know that. There is a term of friends with benefit.
And when you talk about cliques, we have values. I believe Christian young people, they have values. What is it that is making them still compromise, yet their values? You have those values and you have principles that guide you, that you should not maybe engage yourself into sexual relationship. You should wait until that right time. What is it that make young people still, despite the fact that they have values, still engage in sexual activities?
Actually, values, you'll find that in our normal world nowadays, people are like embracing these values, but they're not walking the talk. People are talking, and we have Christians. We have Christians who are struggling with this.
Yeah.
But the fact that people don't have a relationship with Christ, that that people are not like having a strong relationship with Christ, that they do not know the limit. People are hiding in the church. But this thing is grappling them, is bringing them down. One thing is that as much as there are people who have values, anyone can have values, anyone can have morals. We actually have non-Christians who are so ethical than the Christians in the church, that people believe in codes of conduct, in honesty, all these values, but they are not Christians. So values, anyone can uphold values, but when it comes to this sexual thing, people are compromising it, because one thing, as the youths, probably we're not having that relationship with Christ on the basis of who He is.
So you kind of a weak relationship with God.
Yes.
It's kind of one of the challenges that is coming in. We're going to stop there, then we go over to Chemu, and let's hear what you have to say.
I think in the church, maybe I can talk like as a woman. You want to follow Christ.
Yes.
You have a relationship with God, as Dennis is saying.
Yes.
But you still want men to think you're beautiful, which is a natural desire that God gave us. So you end up
think you're beautiful.
Like to be recognized. I think women, if for example, when we were younger, like adolescents, if boys are looking or giving attention to other girls but not you, you begin to feel like I'm not as beautiful, so you begin to have issues of self-worth that as you grow, you look for it in the wrong places. So until you recognize, and I think it's a matter of maturity in in the walk
Or
with
can you say,
Christ.
could it be self-esteem issues?
Yeah, it's self-esteem issues.
Yeah.
So you end up compromising slowly by slowly, just so that you can get some form of attention. First of all, some form of recognition. Maybe this man will tell you that you're beautiful, and because maybe you've never experienced that before, even though you have a relationship with the Lord, that's the one thing you always wanted. So you don't know your identity in Christ, that you don't need validation from men, that you don't need validation from people. So you end up compromising and falling into sexual sin because you just wanted to be
self-esteem.
Yeah, you had an issue with self-esteem. You don't value yourself. You feel like you need to get value from others, and in this case, men. So you end up compromising and falling into sin. So I think my point is self-worth and self-esteem.
Self-worth and self-esteem. We are going to stop on that. We are going to pick it when we come back to you. Dinah, what's your view?
Wow, why is it so hard to say no? I think I've been in a forum where we've been told that we're in the age where our hormones just want to have, as in our bodies just want to have sex. So first of all, let's just admit that we are in that stage of our lives where our bodies are just out of control. So that could be one reason why it's hard. And we've been taught, as Christians, we've been taught on self-control and how to, just keep yourself and all that. But most times it's easier said than done. So you'll find yourself in a situation, yes, you have all this head knowledge, but you're there and that's all. I don't know. Like everything you've learned just disappears. And right now you're just thinking about what your body wants, and you end up.
Why is it that you're thinking what your body wants?
it's
Yet
because
the time is not yet. You've not gotten the right person.
Maybe
You're not yet married. You can't wait. You're in this relationship. Maybe this man want to get married to you, or want you people to stay together in future, or to marry. What is it that makes you not just wait? Just waiting.
I think we
You
can
have the
associate
influence.
that to mostly exposing yourself in environments that make it hard for you to run away. So like we've been told, flee from sexual sin.
Yes,
Like
yes, and
run
we know
away.
that.
But we
And
know that. And sometimes we think we are strong. We think we are strong. So I'm going to meet
You
up
have
with
the word,
my
you have
girlfriend,
God
my
with you,
boyfriend.
everything.
And
the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. And so you can be with this man in privacy.
The other day we were with Chemu at Boy Meets Girl and we've been told, as in just now, tell yourself you're the biggest sinner in this world.
I am a sinner.
You're
not
a sinner.
trust yourself.
Don't tell yourself that I'll go there and I'll be okay, as in I'll be able to fight it. So I think most young people, most young Christians, for that fact, we go to our boyfriend's place and we think nothing is going to happen, but when you're there, it's really hard to run away. First of all, you're the one, you expose yourself to a situation where you can't run away
And
from.
remember, you love this person.
Exactly.
You have
And
feelings.
you're attracted to
Yeah, you're attracted to them. How come then you just go and sit there and assume that nothing is going to happen?
Inaitwanga tu kujichocha mbaya.
And maybe it's even that it starts off as an innocent reason, saying we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, maybe.
Yes.
So we're just going to hang out. Maybe you don't even have money for a restaurant.
days.
Like all these factors. Me sometimes I tell Dinah, Satan works. Like he'll make you that day there's no money. The only place you can go is the house.
Yeah.
So you tell yourself.
But then you can go somewhere outside.
Now
Where?
you see,
You don't have to have
that time
money.
you don't think about that. Like
Why?
I think.
Are you looking for something else?
No, you're not. You see, the thing
The house
is,
is comfortable.
the house is comfortable.
Kuna TV,
There's
kuna
entertainment, there's food. So you tell yourself that I'm going
There is
to.
food, there is entertainment. Okay. Yes.
So you tell yourself that you're going to go there. I've missed my boyfriend.
Yes.
So we're just going to hang out.
Hang out.
Yes, we're just, and like you never plan to fall into sin. There's no one who says
Leo naenda
today,
kufanya.
especially like you can say, you don't say today I'm going to fall into sin. And now the thing with that is it's a slow fade. Like today you just started sitting close to one another.
Yes. And
then
hands.
nothing happened. Kesho tu mnaanza kulala. So it goes slowly, and you don't go to your boyfriend's house today and have sex today. Like it's never that. It just starts with just slowly, and that's now you go graduating. Because even
from
when
one
we're told
level
that
to
boy
the
meets
other.
girl, if you don't deal with like it was a married couple that were talking about how they stayed they stayed pure before marriage. They used to deal with anything that looks like immorality there and then, because if you don't discuss it, that next time you pick up where you left off.
Yes.
Like today, if we held hands, the next time we're going to just. So by
Next
the
time
time
you're
you're
going to
having
kiss.
yeah, next time you're going to kiss. By the
Next
time you're
time.
having sex, you go. But it started with.
And then after having sex for the first time, then you do it
can't-
for the second
Yeah,
time because
and
you've
it
already
becomes-
done it,
Yes,
is it?
yeah.
So, okay, now you've said you have all these values. You know everything. You've gone to your boyfriend's home. If there are signs, assuming there are these signs, you've seen, oh, today we were sitting next to each other. In the first place, you should not have gone. You know that? As a Christian, you should not have gone there because you should have been in the open. But now, you go there, assuming you go the first time. And I believe you still have those values with you that says you should wait until marriage. Now you've gone there. There was the sitting together or the holding of hands. Why is it that you still want to go there next time, even after the kissing? Can't you see there are warning signs somewhere?
So maybe you just look for ways to justify it. So maybe today you'll kiss and then tomorrow you'll see a YouTube video about how it's not bad to kiss.
Exactly.
So you just
Exactly.
excuse your...
Like
Okay.
you begin to.
Is it okay for a Christian to kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like them and I have been meeting people who they just you go compromising a bit and a bit and a bit, like because you see videos about saved Christian couples who they still kiss, and then it's just like
They kept themselves
but then
pure.
they're pure, they're not having
Now.
sex. So kissing is fine.
Wow.
You go thinking it's okay.
Now, before you continue with that, I want to understand, and it's just said, because Dennis, you were talking about being a weak Christian, whereby you're not strong, you're not grounded. Is there any connection with whatever is it that you've just said when you just want to continue with the trend, whereby you feel you can compromise a little bit? If you are still a strong Christian, would that happen? Or what do you think?
You know, as people grappling with this struggle, the one thing we go wrong is that we are trying to fight the body instead of strengthening the spirit. You know, at times when you start compromising the fact that I'll go but I'll not do, you know,
Anything.
you're fighting the body, and you know, at times, you know, the body, you know, the body actually, when we talk about the body, the mind is the body, and actually people say that the mind is the biggest sexual organ, and I was actually shocked. How? And going on and looking at it, the mind as in plays a big role in the sexual activity.
Yes.
And it only starts in the mind, you know. That even in Matthew, God says that, Jesus says that if you look lustfully at a woman, you have committed, you know. It starts in the mind. These things, you know, we are compromising with them. You're looking at, you know, we said that men are visual beings, you know.
Yes,
so I'll talk
definitely.
from the perspective of like guys. You know, you're walking, you're in a matatu, you see this beautiful lady and they're looking and I'm like, but nimeangalia too, I've not sinned. And you know, and we are justifying ourselves with these thoughts. When you go, as Chemu says, the devil is such an, I don't know, a good planner, you know. And then anaanza kukuuliza, but unakumbuka ile nini uli watch. You can look this in the internet, you know. You can search, you start searching, and then you're like, before you notice, it's like you are in 90%, and you know the 10% is just going, and you know, the fact that we are fighting the body and not strengthening the spirit. Strengthening the spirit here means that, you know, getting deep into the Word of God, as in knowing God and having a relationship with God on the basis of who He is. You know, not having a relationship with God on the basis of what you do or what He gives. You know, in Galatians, Paul says that I want to love you, Lord, for the things, for who you are and what you give.
Yes.
At times we as Christians are having this relationship with Christ because he will help us, you know, because we are kind. I've been honest this week, I've been helping the needy, but we are not having an encounter with God on the basis of who He is. When you understand like who God is, you know, the creator of all these things, and you have this relationship with Him that is just amazing. It's pretty hard, and when you just like about to fall in this, and then you start thinking, you know, I serve a high God, the creator of everything, and I am not ready to compromise with this, and that helps a lot. So when you're fighting this, let's not fight the body, let's not fight the body. Let's strengthen the spirit.
Wow.
Let's and it's not a one day thing. It's not a day that you'll just wake up and just do it. It takes intentional Bible study. It takes intentional seeking and knowing who God is.
Wow. That's great. So over to you, Chemi, on self-worth and self-esteem, where we stopped. What do you think we can do to our young people today? Because now that you've said there is this issue of self-esteem, self-worth, what is it that or what is it that elaborate this problem, whereby such that when a person grow up, they still want to feel like they are desired by somebody? Can you just be who you are? What is it all about this? Where is it that we lost it? As in, is it in childhood, is it parenting, or where is all this problem coming from?
I think it's a couple of things. There's, first of all, society's definition of beauty. So you look all over the internet and there is what people prescribe to as being
Define as beauty.
You are light skinned like Wangari. So me, because I'm darker, I don't feel like I'm that beautiful. Or if my skin has pimples, now I think I have to do things. That's why you see women going to extremes. They bleach their skin, they do all these things just so that you can feel beautiful. But do you
need a man to tell you that you're beautiful?
Must
I tell you that you're beautiful?
But you see now, as growing up, it doesn't feel like it's the same because people begin to have boyfriends. You feel like, there's something wrong with me. Why am I not getting a boyfriend? And it's easy to say you should have self-worth, you should know who you are. But it's at 16 you don't know that. And when you're 16 years old, you just feel like everyone is dating around me. Why am I not, come high school, why am I not getting letters from boys? Everyone else is excited. Everyone else is excited when people are going for functions. And when you go for a function, no one is coming to talk to you. So you feel like it starts there, and so you begin to do crazy things just to be able to get their attention. And so sometimes I see, even like with parenting, I see children who maybe have gone through issues with their fathers, like girls especially. They end up having issues of really wanting like a male figure to show them affection because they didn't get it from their parents, and they're usually more at a disadvantage, and it's unfortunate because they need men, any kind of man to show them just affection that they didn't get from their father. So that's why you end up compromising, and that's something that, as Dennis has said, if you do not grow in your walk with the Lord, you don't ever fill the gap. So you'll continuously have a void that it's something you have to accept for yourself, that I have these issues. And as you spend time with the Lord, as the word says, the Holy Spirit will lead you into all truth. Like he'll show you who you are and the issues that you have been through. And now that Christ has come into your life, he's the way, the truth, and the life, he will fill those gaps for you. So you'll see it and begin to deal with it. But if you don't, you'll continue in a cycle. You'll continue in sin, and you'll be inside a toxic relationship that's maybe sexual in your walk with the Lord, and you'll be struggling. You'll constantly be compromising and feeling like now me and God are down. But it just takes working with the Lord.
Let me ask you, because this is what I don't understand with the young people. You have this person who tells you you're beautiful, you're everything, and then after having sex with you, they dump you. How is it feeling like that? Do you feel still beautiful?
And now you know that causes more damage. And that's something now that needs dealing with.
Is it that young people don't know that, or your age mates don't know that? Because you find somebody, they have the first relationship, they are dumped, thinking, no, this person is going to validate me, they are going to talk good about me, I'm beautiful, I'm all this. And then they actually mess up your whole life. Where do they pick it from there?
That's just... I've not been through that situation, thank God. But when I think about it, I think the things that you allow yourself to go through depends on a couple of things. For instance, if me and Dinah are friends, but even as Deno said in cliques, if the kind of people who are around you, if you don't constantly have these conversations and the things that we are allowing into our lives, talking about, and if we are saying, if she comes and tells me about this boy who she likes, and I hear how he's treating her, and I hear his stories. Because if someone is coming like that into your life, they probably have done it before. So you do your investigation, and if still he's lied to you, like he looks like a bad person, but me, I allow it. I don't tell her about it. I'm just like, oh, he must love you. He like, you allow it
to happen.
It will break your heart first of all, and then since you're already heartbroken, another person is going to come and tell you sweet nothings, and you still fall for it. Have sex, breaks up with you. So it's going to become a cycle because you don't, first of all, have a foundation of yourself, your own values and what you accept, and the people around you are not. And you're the same, like you're accepting the same low level. What do I call it? It's not even love. It's just lies. Actually, it's lies. You can't recognize lies, and that's another thing again with the Holy Spirit. You don't have a connection to hear.
This person is still a Christian.
This person is a Christian, yes. But I feel like if your walk with the Lord is solid, but I usually say, for relationships, that's the one place we begin to question the Holy Spirit. You begin to say, but this person is so good. Ananipenda, ananinumbia vitu, he looks genuine. So even if you're hearing a nudge from the Holy Spirit, you
telling you no, don't go for that.
You just
mute.
Yeah, you mute him.
And you continue with your own ideas. At the end of it all.
So I can't say that we don't know. Maybe ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. Like you prefer just to stay in that place where you're in a hole, like you're in your own small, you think it's a utopia. You think we're just so happy, me and him. You don't want people to know what we are doing. Like you're happy in your own shell until you're heartbroken.
Then you go outside and tell people, and then they help you out and start seeing things you are not seeing. And this is the time when you're in this relationship, you're so carried away by this relationship, and we see it, and we see holes, we see challenges and difficulties, but you don't see them. But when somebody tells you, you're like, no, they're jealous. They don't understand. But people can see this person is just after, and then you love the person. Okay. We are going to look at that. I want us to see or discuss what are some of the things that we can do in order to help young people overcome the issue of ignorance, and especially for those who are Christian. If the Spirit speaks to you, what is it that you need to do? I think we should handle that before we go to Dinah's situation, because that one is Okay, what is it that we can do? Okay, fine. You have this. The Holy Spirit tells you we should not go that direction. Why is it that we ignore? Why is it that we overlook? Yet we know. What is it that we can do to you people? Okay.
The Spirit is willing, but the flesh
Flesh
is
is
weak.
weak. Flesh, you feel like you are in love. You feel like me.
You feel like you're in love. Can you just wait there?
So you see, you tell yourself that you, and you know, compromise, they usually say that Satan doesn't come with red horns and a tail and a fork. He doesn't come telling you, maybe I'm the devil. It just starts with subtle thoughts of saying, but then if I'm not with this person, like, and you know, for example, if you have sex, you have an illusion that you're in love, because sex releases dopamines, like happy hormones in your brain. So you feel like us, we're in love. I can't. So when your body, now that's when the spirit and the flesh contend, just as the Bible says. You begin to wonder, but if it's wrong, why am I happy with this person? Like, why am I enjoying this relationship? You think you're enjoying, it's false. My mom did for happiness for 5 minutes. Like, when you sin, you hate God at that time. You told him, me, I hate you, I don't care what you feel. I'm thinking about myself. So you have to make a decision to die to the flesh, to kill your flesh, so that you can obey the Holy Spirit.
Otherwise it won't
And
work.
it's hard. It's much easier said than done. Much easier said.
I think it's what Dennis just said. They said first we work on the spirit, and then not fight the body. Because if we try to fight the body, then we are just lying to ourselves. So over to Dinah. It's juicy. It's just, it's exactly what people do actually.
Yeah, it's actually
just go, you enjoy yourself, you're having fun. I want to know what is it that can make young people not go, not continue with the trend. Like, okay, fine, I'm here, I'm married, I'm here to maybe help young people. And what is it that I need to tell them? That, Dana, please don't visit that home. Please don't go to that man's house. How can it work? Please help me understand.
Wow. Accountability, if taken seriously, can actually really help.
Okay.
But you need to also have trust. Like, I think personally, I've struggled with accountability before because I've never really been able to identify someone I can trust. So as in, I'll tell you, by the way, today I think I feel like going to my boyfriend's place, and then I'll be like, oh my God, this one is going to judge me. But if you find a person who you can actually trust, and you're willing to listen to them because you believe that they have your best intentions at heart, you're able to listen to, like, if I come to you, Mary, and I'm like, did I feel like going to my boyfriend's place, and you tell me no, at least I trust you and I know you have my best interest at heart, and I'll be able to listen to you and be like, hey, Mary has a point, we need not to go. So accountability can be of aid. And fostering trust, I think.
Now, okay, there is accountability. Does it mean all these young people don't have people they can trust and tell? I feel like going to my boyfriend's place and Temu calls you and tell you, please don't go.
I think it's lacking.
It's lacking.
Yeah, because everyone, and you know, especially in Christian circles, no one wants to look like they're struggling with sexual pressure. Pressure
in apply.
Why is it that you don't want to be
You don't
like you're
want-
struggling? Why?
Because we are saved, maybe.
Yeah.
We are saved.
But you're human. You just need to admit.
No one thinks about that.
You're
For
human. All you
instance-
need to do is boundaries and controls. Actually, it's a good thing in marriage. But then, when you're young, then you need to put boundaries.
But now you see, we put boundaries, but accountability says, I know I have boundaries, but today I feel like hanging out with my boyfriend in the house.
Why do you want to be with your boyfriend in the house?
Because, see, we've said that we are
Have you planned for something
You
else?
haven't
Do you
planned
want
for
a
something
kiss?
else. No.
Why?
No.
Why can't you meet outside there
You see,
somewhere?
it's because, that's what I'm telling you, right now in our age, which I'm coming to understand is different from people who are older than us. First of all, sex has been commercialized, like it's all over the place. There's a lot of pressure, everything is, like there's a lot of sexual things going on. So, you don't, it's not your first thought. And how maybe we've always viewed relationships, maybe, you know, people have not always been saved. You know, you have to consider that. People have not always been saved.
Yes.
So, the way we used to view relationships before and now, it's just like, okay, so people in salvation don't hang out in the house. But, you know, because we'll say, I know me and my boyfriend are not having sex. I know that we are not having sex. But watching a movie is not bad. We just want to watch a movie. We just want to watch a movie. And so, accountability is lacking. So when we're in the faith, for example, now me and Diana lead worship. So, you can't have somebody who doesn't, like now if I go to someone who doesn't lead worship in the church, and I say, hey, me and my boyfriend, we are struggling, like, to stay pure. People will just be like, what? Huyo mwenye anaimbanga hapo mbele?
Yes, it's really
How can she be even? What? So, you can't, and so that's why people go off into their own holes.
Yeah.
Because first of all, and sometimes I think the church fails us, because even if you try and open up, no one is there to help you. It's just to say, oh, that's what you did. Aya, out you go.
out of ministry.
Fine. do what you're going to do. And that way, people leave the church. And even if it's not leaving the church itself, people stop being Christians. They say, I had a problem, and when I brought it forth, this is how I was received. And it's not like, you know, the person who has brought an issue forward is better than the person who is dying in the sin. Kwa sababu mimi I can come lead worship with you guys, but during the week,
I have a
living
question
my
on
own
that.
life.
How would you want the church to handle it if maybe the church has told you before, or they have informed you about all these issues that are happening? Temu, don't do this, don't do 1, 2, 3. They have kind of invested in you, and you know, like you're saying, you know it, but you just behave like you don't know. So, what else would you, or how would you like the church to handle it?
First of all, as Diana said, we were told, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. I like to think that people's sins are different. And it's said even in the world that people judge others for sinning differently. So I'll, for instance, in the church, them they know that maybe they can never even fathom sexual sin. Oh my God! Can't even be in their line of thought. But they lie sometimes.
Yeah.
Or they talk badly sometimes. So because that's their sin, only a person who's been through a situation is the one who can handle it. If I don't lie, and then Diana comes and tells me, hey, yesterday I told a lie to my boss, I just be like, how dare you? How can you even lie? So the church, sometimes I feel like they haven't themselves been in that position. So how they handle it is very Pharisee-like. Like the woman, the prostitute, the one that Jesus said, if you have not sinned, be the first one to throw the stone. So I feel like the church throws stones and they don't even want to know. Yes, we've told you all these things, but what's your background? Maybe the girl was sexually abused when she was young. Maybe like there could be so many factors that make someone more predisposed to a certain type of sin. That now, for example, sexual sin, the church, it's a taboo.
Yes.
But no one wants to know what happened.
Yes.
Like, why did you fall into this sin? And let's help you out of it. Let's now be accountable for one another. Come talk to me every week and I'll ask you the hard questions. I'll ask you what you and your boyfriend doing. This week, what have you done? And how did you hang out? No one wants to have those conversations. So the church is just, you, goodbye, go away. You fell into sin, may God be with you, and whatever you do. So there is no space. I won't feel like if I go to church and tell them that I'm struggling with this thing, I won't receive love. I know that my first thought is fear. My first thought is saying, what's going to happen to me now? I'm going to have to tell everybody what I've been doing. And that works against me because now no one is ever going to look at you the same way. Yeah. Everyone now just thinks of you as the person who sins. And it's not that them themselves are not struggling. Know that
everyone has their own issues.
Now
when we talk of the peer influence, you've said a bit about peer influence. There is this influence that kind of, can you talk about it a little bit? Maybe you can start with James. A little bit about peer influence.
Peer influence. We're in cliques and friends and and hangouts that we are diverse, there are people who actually like grapple with these thoughts, and there are people who like embrace them. And one thing, as Jemu says, salvation does not come and divide the world into like two, like perfect and imperfect. Salvation comes and like sets the clear-cut distinction between two people, that people who are gracefully broken, people who like, yes, we are struggling, but we will not embrace it. People who are like, yes, we have these struggles, but we will not let them like take over us. That we will go before the Lord, and each day He renews our strength. And the other side, we have friends who are compromising with these things, and the fact that also we are not. The fact that we are saved does not mean that we do not compromise with it. Everyone thinks about these things, but in these cliques we are in, let us not become slaves to the thoughts of people. There are people. I have friends, and at times it's so hard. Probably in school, because guys are talking when they chill spot, and guys are talking about these ladies and this and this and this, and you're there, but I am a Christian. But says you are because these are my classmates. We got to discuss nini. I think with peer influence, let us set boundaries. Let us have like an inner circle, and let us be vulnerable to people that we know we can trust.
Or people you have the same.
Yes. People that these and these, we're in a perfect alignment with. I was taking this like illustration of the wall that Nehemiah built. That it is so funny to see how Nehemiah struggled to build this wall. I was just thinking how this wall could have just meant, and this wall is like the boundaries we set in our hearts. Jerusalem without the wall, anyone could just come in and attack, but with a wall and with a gate, that if anyone wants to come to Jerusalem, let's them use the legit way, pass through the gate, not cross over the walls and start telling me this. If you feel your thought and if you feel your argument is legit about these things, come, let's talk it. And if it's legit, it will pass through the review. You know, we have friends who think differently. You know, that's where even the LGBTQ thing comes up. You know, people have different ideas, but in the real sense, what are we in our cliques? You know, we should be the light. You know, God calls us to be the light of the world.
You can cheat that
in our cliques. Yes, you know, it feels at times it feels a satisfaction when you know you're different in a clique. You like people can just approach you, and you know it's like you're an option to something. You know, as Christians, you should be like that safe refuge that people can run to when they're in trouble. But the thing is, we as youths in these cliques, and you know, born again, we are going for values that you know are bringing us down. That people are struggling, but people would never want to come with us and talk to us these things. Everyone is struggling.
Yes.
That's the first thing. Everyone is struggling, and the fact that you are sinning on a lesser magnitude does not mean you're perfect. Let's agree first. Yes, this and this is happening, but how do we go about it? You know? And it's like a debate. Let's not take it as a debate. You know, as a debate, we pick a topic, and then the majority wins, even if it's the wrong thing. But in our discussion should be that yes, let's talk, but let's settle on the truth. The truth will always be out. Like you know, Jesus said that Jesus is the center of everything, and Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. So everything we may discuss about it, but let it stand in the truth.
Chemu, over to you. Why do you have to do it? Because somebody else is doing it, who is your colleague or in your clique?
I think my view of cliques is a bit different, because a clique is someone you see every day. Someone who, or the people that you're with. It can be, like now, they were saying, I can have school friends, but I just see them in school. Like that's as far as our relationship goes. But the people who matter and are influencing your life are the ones who you talk every day, see each other every day, like you're doing life together. So I ever saw a study by John Piper, he was saying in small groups, or even in Bible studies, is where people could be leading each other to hell. You remember leading each other to hell? Because it could be that we're hanging out, the four of us, so often. But if I start telling you guys, imagine I was saying drinking wine isn't so bad for Christians. So we say, then you know, because we trust each other, we're friends, we see each other every day and we influence each other. Diana goes home thinking, hey baby, when is it bad? The Bible says that it's just getting drunk that's bad. So the whole debate begins, and then we'll find ourselves beginning to drink wine during our meeting.
That's just because of the influence.
Yeah, so you be whatever.
The people you are with.
Exactly. So even if we are same and we all have the same values, we have, as he's saying, to have a wall, even with ourselves, that anything that's not the truth, we call it out.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, we're going to begin to slowly compromise as a group. Even though we are all saved and we're going to heaven, we just begin to slowly move away from the truth and begin to just have what we think is comfortable for us. Kumbe, we're leading each other to hell. We're just, and you know, it's going to start with something small like drinking. And then we begin to say, but kissing isn't
just
bad.
Because so and so is doing it, so and so is doing it, we are all doing it.
Yeah.
So everyone thinks it's okay, we are all Christians and we all do this.
Yeah.
So that kind of a
situation.
whereby you feel you're comfortable in that kind of environment.
And like a last thing, like you see the example we were being told on Sunday, the guy who wrote a case dating by, he stopped being like he was advocating for no dating, just courtship and marriage because he was saved, but he backslid. Now he supports LGBTQ. So we in a group we started telling each other, sasa kama that one stops, why should we, like you begin to allow thoughts that are bad to
overtake you.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Peer influence. That's why it's important that we should know who are our friends and where are we headed.
Yeah.
So, how about you, Diana? You know, you're making me laugh because of the idea. They're so interesting. It's okay. Tell us, peer influence. Why is it that you should do it because somebody else is doing it?
Wow, because they made it look cool. And peer influence, as much as we can also focus on cliques, it's just also all over. Like the other day I was following a YouTuber who was talking about social conditioning, and we've watched so many movies of people our age, or a lot of movies, and it's like we think that we've put boundaries, these guys are not Christians, but in some way, whatever we've watched has brainwashed our minds. As in we're not even aware. So we think we are strong, but we've already seen people, now in the topic of sexual purity, we see people compromising in movies. We know that they're not Christians, but somehow our subconscious has registered it and has convinced itself that it's okay.
It's the nature of man to take what is not good. You know, they are good values,
yes.
but you tend to think this person is a Christian, they have compromised, so it's not bad to compromise them. So it also matters what is it that you watch.
What you're feeding yourself.
What you're feeding yourself.
Yes. So it can be that, and maybe the whole clique watches the same kind of things. So
you say so even so.
As much as we are based on the truth, when you bring up the issue of drinking is not bad, we've been watching the same things. It's easy for us to compromise because we've also allowed ourselves to be told that it's not bad.
Some of these things are okay. Christians are doing them, and so we end up compromising.
And also, you know, the media is feeding us with
a lot
ideas about these things that, you know, for us we cannot accept. But you know, but slowly by slowly, you know, it's like they're infusing it into us. Look at the telenovelas we watch nowadays. You know? It's so funny. The telenovela, we have a character. Yes, they're not married, but we see them kissing, we see them having sex, having a baby, and marriage comes at the end. If you look keenly, marriage is the last thing.
It's the last. After everything has happened.
We have this, for example, dad and this family, and the dad falls in love with other lady, and he has children, and then he divorces the wife because they're bringing it up. It is love, you know. And we're watching this comfortably in our sitting rooms with parents, and it's starting simple, and you know, as kids and as youths, we are, you know, we grow up thinking, you know, kissing, it's all kiss. They kiss, you know, so, as long as tutawana mwisho, you know, as long as it's coming in slowly into us, and it's in our local televisions. It's in our, you know, even in the movies we watch, you know, there are these LGBT characters, and you're like, hey man, it's not bad, and we start compromising slowly. But the fact, by the time that we are getting ready to make these decisions, we find like we are, you know, in our hearts there is that it's like acceptance. You're like, it's empire.
You wonder where it came.
And if you see the masses that flock in theaters to see these things, you know, you'll be shocked. Because people are looking for entertainment, and the people and those who producing it know that yes, people will watch, and they're using this to like give us these ideas. So as parenting, as even as we want to tackle this, let us start at the core, at our homes, as parents also.
What is it that you watch?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's regulate what you're watching.
And you know, you like before. I'm imagining how you can convince yourself. I like to say no one can convince you, or you can convince yourself to something. You watch these things, and then you've always known you don't want to kiss, you don't want to do everything. But you've been watching so much that even when the thought begins to come that kissing maybe isn't so bad, because of how much you've flocked your mind, there's no space for the Holy Spirit to even tell you no, that's not right. Because
just
back,
your mind.
it's a back thought, like it's literally the stillest, smallest voice, but there is no quietness for you to be able to hear it, because you've been watching all these things, listening to these songs, tattoo, like there's so much going on. So you,
it's
jam actually. So you make a decision that you didn't involve God because there's a lot, too much going on in your brain, there's activity. So you just think it's the right thing. And you go on.
Okay, before we think of what would be the solution, I want to hear from you. I've heard young people say sometimes they do this to keep the man, or sometimes they do this, mostly on the side of ladies. We do this to keep the man. Others say, I've not heard men say I do this to keep the lady. So what's your thoughts on that?
Why they do it?
Yeah, why is it that, some people say I started engaging myself into sexual relationship just because I didn't want to lose the man. What's your view? What's your thoughts?
You know, actually, men say that practice makes perfect.
Well,
Ladies will say probably they want to keep, and men on our side
ladies
will
they
say
want to keep the
practice
man.
makes perfect, and it's actually a total lie.
Ever explain it?
Guys, I was
Give that to the first
no,
place. Oh,
it's
okay.
actually a lie. Actually, in this area, the more you do it, actually, it's kind of, if you're not doing it the right way and in the right time and in the right condition, which is marriage, it creates that void of, it creates that always in a calm, and one thing is, it is an instant gratification you'll be seeking.
Yes.
It's not like that, like long term and a good relationship with someone you've married. When as much as men are doing it, at a perfect, in practice makes perfect, and we're trying out things, because you do not want to go into marriage. You're like, hey man, I didn't want this. Yes, it's good. It's good to always question. But can't you trust and know that when the right time comes and in the right conditions and the right rules, you will do it well.
Yeah.
It just creates that urge to be doing it more. And when you do it more, actually, when the time comes that, for example, when you want it and you can't get it, that's why guys are turning into other things. Guys are turning to porn. Guys are turning to masturbating. It is really killing people. Just because of that kind of pressure you have. Like guys actually have like a timetable of these things. Like, hey man, this week. And when we fail to get this, we are turning into looking for friends with benefit, for calling out side chicks, for guys go even to prostitutes, and it's because of that mentality practice. When you find that when you get to that time when you're supposed to be doing it, you're worn out. Like it's actually true, because I've seen friends of mine who like turn away from it, and they tell me, man, it is the wait is better than that instant gratification you want. It will fulfill your night. You will feel this is what this is what I want. But for a long time, like if you look at it from a long term perspective, it will not benefit you in every way. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Do you believe in that we should sustain the man with whatever is it that we are just talking about?
He said men say
practice makes
perfect. I met women who say they don't want to buy a car before before test driving. So sad. But I think it comes down again to what I said.
Can't you believe God can give you a good package?
Now you see, I think I've come to know in my adult hearing, if a belief isn't enforced in your system often, because of our sinful nature, and if you're not even spending time with the Lord, your views are going to be screwed. We were being taught again the other day that the enemy comes to remove the truth. Like, he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So he'll steal the truth, the word of God. So to tell you that you are beautiful, you are loved, you are worth it, you are precious, you're all these things. So he's going to make you feel like you're not worthy of a lot of things. So you'll end up compromising and telling yourself you have to keep the man. I can't be single, I can't not have a person in my life. I have to be seen with a boyfriend. I can't be the only one who is left out when people are holding hands in town. I was telling them on Sunday, if you walk in town and you're single,
pressure.
There's so many couples in town on Sundays. I don't know what happens on Sunday. CBD. People are just 2 by 2.
All by yourself.
If you tell yourself
done.
the only thing that this man wants to leave me because I'm not having sex with him, me being in a relationship is more important than my purity. Or me being in a relationship, or being seen that I have a man, or being seen that there's someone who I can
So
call.
it's about other people being seen.
It can be about other people or you. It can be both of them. It can be about other people if you really care about what society thinks about you. If being single, if you like how people look when they're 2 by 2, then you feel like I can't be alone. If I'm going to a restaurant, niko peke yangu, that will affect you. But also, if you are a person who, as I went back, now I go back to my story of self-worth, a person who hasn't been loved fully, a person who's not experienced, someone who wants you, someone who you can call anytime, is your friend, you go, you see, someone who has chosen you, you feel like no one else has ever chosen me, and so the only thing that this person who chooses me wants is sex. I will stay so that I'm never alone again. I will stay so that I have a person who I can call my person, who has chosen me, calls me, takes me out, does all these things, but if I refuse to have sex with him, I lose all those nice things. Let me keep him with sex. Which I think, and maybe now you don't understand this information, and you don't understand.
Sometimes the person goes and you are keeping him with sex, and then after like maybe 2 years he goes, what do you do? What do you say? You've lost it, and the man is gone.
And there are even girls who the boy will stay with you, or the man will stay with you, but he's not like he just likes you as a person. But if you're not having sex with him, he's having sex with someone else.
Somebody else, and
keeping you still.
Yeah, that's happened. That's happened.
Wow.
Quite interesting.
Wow. First of all, I think I want to comment on what Dennis said about practice makes perfect, or something of the sort. Like, I honestly, one thing I always tell myself, when you've kept yourself and both of you enjoy marriage, I don't think you'll ever think, actually someone else was better, because you've never experienced someone else. This one that you're with will be the best that you've ever had, and you won't even know that there was better elsewhere.
Or it's supposed to be a certain way. You don't know.
You just so this one is just going to be your best. So I honestly, I am a really strong advocate of not believing that practice makes perfect. And I also think that I've met people who have fallen into sexual sin because of fear. So maybe they were like I said, they were in the house with the boyfriend, and maybe he was the one who started pushing you for it, and you felt like, if I don't, he's going to rape me, it's going to be rape, so let me just comply so that at least we get this done with, and I am not going to walk around with the thought that I was raped or anything of the sort. And I think maybe
Your boyfriend.
Yeah, or anyone of the sort, maybe, or anyone, maybe it's not true. But yeah, I think it could be your boyfriend. People have been raped by their boyfriends. So I think fear also, maybe girls have not been taught that they can say no and it's okay or something of the sort. So just the fear of being looked down on by the guy.
Or breaking his heart, to feel like you're going to hurt him.
Yeah.
Wow. You feel like if you say no,
You hurt the man,
by saying no.
you're going to hurt him.
yeah.
Okay.
Or imagine if he's a really good man, like he's soft.
Yes,
He's
he's
so
good. If he's a good man, I
kind.
believe he should be.
Yeah.
For sure he should.
So you see, there are good men who just want to have sex. So that's the one thing. So now you're just like, Kai, and he's so good to me.
So good men
Like,
should be allowed to.
no, you see, that's what you think.
That's what
And
you
as
think.
in, the way we were taught at church, the anatomy of sin, I've never forgotten it. 3 things: an outside intruder, Satan, an inward, like you contribute to it because you allowed it.
Yeah.
Now, for instance, in that case, you went to the house.
Yes.
And third, a strength, like you can actually get out of it and say no.
Yes.
So Satan is always at work. I know that for a fact. And so you allow him. It starts with giving him room.
Yeah.
So once you've given him room, those questions that you're asking fly out the window. Because once you're in the house, you can't start asking yourself, and then I was just telling Dina, you know who you are outside the house. Inside the house, you're a completely different person. I stopped being Chemu, the worship leader. I become just a girl who has feelings, and that's who you are. Once you, because getting into the house is not the gate that they will say. You've allowed the enemy to come into the world.
Yes.
Like there's a crack.
Yeah.
So you have to deal with it from nje. You have to deal with everything from outside a situation that's bad. Like if like now before getting, and this goes back to before getting into a relationship, know that you're not having sex and it's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
That you're not having sex, whatever you say. And I like to say also, if you don't plan, fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yes.
So if you don't say that me and you are not going into that house,
Yes.
me, I am not going into that house. If you are you going to want to have sex with me even in the next 5 years? say yes now, or like if you ever mention sex or try, I'm going. Like you make it clear, but that's also another whole story because you begin to convince yourself. You just say, wow, but he's trying.
Now, okay,
Yeah.
this topic we can talk and talk and
Yeah.
talk. We can talk for long.
Yeah.
So I want to hear from you. Then what Christ told us, we need to ground ourselves in the Word of God
Yeah.
properly. We feed the Spirit more than the
Fighting
body.
the body.
So just a final word. What is it that you would tell young people? Because there are all these issues are coming together. There is the compromising, the influence, and all that. What is it that you would like to tell them? What is it that they need to do? Or what is it that a person, maybe I need help, or somebody else there need help? What can you tell them? Something that would help them stand firm and wait. Say no to sexual relationships.
Personally, I think maybe I can just start. You're not perfect. Just start by being honest with yourself. Don't think you're strong. You can never depend on your own strength. So be honest with yourself and seek help. Like honestly, before you actually fall into the sin itself, you will actually battle with it in your mind. So when you start feeling like you're in that place where you're questioning or you're leaning on to compromising, don't be scared to, okay, fine, I know we need to work on our trust in the Christian circles, but identify someone and actually talk to someone. Talk to someone. And yeah, just talk to someone and be honest with yourself. You cannot do this alone. We are all sinners. We are all sinners. Please, you are not perfect. So yeah, seek God's help and also seek accountability.
Good. And I think even on her point, don't let that accountability person be the person you're with there in the room.
Yes.
You start saying, but you know we really should not be here.
Yeah.
You don't make it that person. You and strengthen. Okay, my point would be as I support Deno's point fully. Strengthen yourself in the word. Like let some things. You know how Paul says, let sexual immorality not even be had among you.
Yes.
Like don't like once you're grounding yourself in the Lord, and that's all you're feeding yourself with. The right music, the right movies,
the right movies, actually, what you're watching.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those things, once you hear it, it will be like tasting something bitter. You'll just be like, that's not what I normally eat. It's going to make me, my body feel funny. And also, as then I say, the people who are around you matter absolutely. Because if you stay in isolation, first of all, that's where the enemy works.
Yeah.
Like when you're alone. So don't stay alone. Don't stay alone. Find friends, and even if you're going to be pray for the Lord to give you friends. Let me say that. Pray that the Lord will bring you people who will keep your secrets. People who will have the best interest in heart for you. It won't be for gossip. It won't be, hey, can you imagine what this person was doing yesterday? It will be that if Diana calls me and tells me, I think I'm about to get into a compromising situation, I'll tell her, okay, I'm coming, we go for shopping. I'm coming, we do other things. So that if you stay, and you know, once you're out of the situation, you begin to say, wow, I would have actually really gotten myself into a bad situation. So get out, especially if we're talking about being in a room, just go. Like, don't sit and just let the thoughts brew. Yeah, flee and call your friend and say, I'm struggling right now because I'm here and I'm feeling like I'm beginning to lose myself and I'm forgetting my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm forgetting Jesus. So get out and call a friend and let the people who are around you cover you. Yeah, so talk to people, have friends, and let the friends around you be able to tell you hard truths.
Yes.
The kind of relationship you want to begin, number one, you're going to mess yourself. And you are told, I really liked that, I've never had it before. The best gift you can give to yourself on your wedding day is purity. You know, I've always had for your spouse, but the best gift you can give to yourself is to having won the fight. Like saying that I battled and I made it.
Wow, good. Have something more to add?
Lone Ranger syndrome is killing us, you know. We are approaching things on our own in
on a personal learning, alone ourselves, or the two of us, the pair we're dating, you know, we are not allowing ourselves to be molded by, you know, the church, the people like are near us, you know. We are embracing these things as two, and you know, it's hard because it's really hard to tell someone, you know, because people are in the church, people will just come and, you know, there is a perfect couple, is this a perfect guy, who this a perfect lady, but we are still approaching these things alone, and it's really hard for us to win this. If you look at 1 Corinthians 6 from 12 to 20 and 1 Corinthians 7, Paul actually gives us the whole detail about sexual immorality from all the aspects, from family, from, you know, husbands, from virgins, from, you know, all of us. And I would encourage all of us to read that and, you know, get wind of what Paul is telling us. And in the whole sense, let us know that, you know, we have this relationship with a God, you know. Imagine just having the creator of everything, the Lord of Lord, Jesus Christ, you know, that relationship with him. You wouldn't want to mess that.
Wow.
And you know, let's not try so that we know. Let us wait.
Yes.
Let us wait and trust that, you know, when the right time comes and the things are good, it will bloom and it will be very good.
Wow, that's good. Wow, we've had it. It was quite beautiful. We've had girls, men talking, and this was nice. I've enjoyed. So keep watching. Next time we'll be discussing a different topic. This is Life Relationship. My name is Mary. Bye.